What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, it's OP-13 release day. I love OP-13 release day. OP-13 is fun. I even went and got myself the Anniversary Treasure Campaign pack. And here's the thing, right? With here, you've got those kind of manga style cards, and then you got the special Luffy. The thing is, I really like the manga style cards, so I already picked them up. I already got the set of 7 from Japan when they came out. They were, I think I paid like a quid or less for these, for like each of them. Some of them I literally paid less than a quid. They're beautiful, I love them, but I don't need them out of this pack. So, special Luffy? Also, while I was there, I also picked up the single greatest Don card ever released. The foiling on there is wonderful. Full art Lim. It was like 3 quid, and I like Lim. And then a bunch of Akira Igawa artwork cards and Perona promos. I should not be allowed to randomly go and shop on Japanese One Piece stores because I spend too much money on random singles. Point is, I've already picked up the ones I want, so really we're just looking for the special Luffy. I'm assuming the pull rate for which is incredibly low. I'm thinking it's incredibly low, but you never know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. How lucky do we get? Well, where are we going? We've got, if I bow down to power, what's the point in living? We've got the Luffy. And then we've got, I know you're strong, so I'll go all out from the very start. I do like the event cards of these. More than I like the... Oh no, I'm losing sleeves all over the place. I do like the event cards more than I like the characters, just design-wise. So, cool that we got 2 out of 3. Maybe I'll pick up the Sabo event, but yeah. Like I say, I already had the Japanese versions. It was just a chance of getting the special Luffy. Didn't get it. We move on to the actual box of OP-13. And the thing is, OP-13, it is a set with a lot of hits. 3 manga rares, 3 red manga rares, the Gorosei God Pack with the 5 Elders in, the only place to get the actual proper alternate arts. And, you know, then things like the Wanted posters are some big hits. But there's also, like, some people out there are just getting a secret rare and an alternate art, and not a great alternate art. And in this set, that feels even worse than normal. My personal chase card, the Akira Igawa alternate artwork of Goldie Roger, stunning card. I would still, you know, I can pick that up as a single. I would much rather pull one of the gigantic cards, if it's all the same to you. Of course, this is not just a big set for collectors. Okay, we got Makino there. Oh, we got Sabo Leader. We got Vista as a rare. And Trafalgar Law as a rare. Okay, that'll do. I'll start. Yeah, it's a great set for players as well. Because Imu and Ace both come in kind of vying to be the best deck in the game. Goldie Roger is viable. There was a big tournament in Japan last weekend. And of the 6 leaders from OP-13, I think it was in the top 8. There was only one. It was only the Luffy. That was weird timing. It was only the Luffy that wasn't represented. We had the Sabo. Oh, there's your alternate art. There is a gold. There's a gold alt art Don in here as well. But yeah, so we had we had Bonnie, Sabo in the, in that top in the top 8, or might be top 16. I think it was top 8. And then we had, obviously Imu and Ace and Roger being like the top 3 decks. So actually, I should tell you this. I'm casting One Piece this weekend. There is a tournament in Utrecht this weekend, which I will be casting. I'm not going to Utrecht. I'm staying here in the UK, but I'll be casting it remotely for Bandai. What we got? So we got ourselves... Oh, there we go. That one we got the fancy version of. And namesake Marcus Mars. So yeah, I will be casting One Piece this weekend. I'll be tweeting it out on, my Twitter at the Wassy, so do make sure you're checking that out. But we're kind of saying goodbye to the... We're saying goodbye to the Premium Booster 02 format, but really it's the OP-12 format of a couple extra cards, because PRB 02 did not bring us much new. There are some cards in there seeing play. you know, Marco and Kobe and a few others, but mostly it's kind of the OP-12 format. But yeah, check that out. Oh, there's your Imu. We've got a rare Atama, rare Nefertari Vivi. Haha, there's our other Alt Art Don. So but after we get past this weekend, because this is, I believe, the last regional in this format, we then end up in the OP-13 format, and the OP-13 format is very, very different to the OP-12 format. Huge shake-up. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to see. I haven't quite decided what I want to play in OP-13 yet. I'll have to figure that one out. We got a rare Buggy, and a super rare 5 Elders. This is Redonkulous new card. It's a one whereby you basically get to get all of your 5 Elders out at the same time. It is quite fantastic. The Imu deck is. You know, I know a lot of people are loving it right now. A lot of people are enjoying playing it. I don't blame you. That Imu deck it's very, very good. And this tournament I mentioned that happened in Japan last weekend, quite a big tournament, it was actually, you know, the final was an Imu mirror match. So the winner was Imu and the runner-up was Imu, not Emu, Imu. And yeah, at least in Japanese, I don't know the English pronunciation. And yeah, apparently Imu's quite good. So we've got Sanji, alternate art of Sanji, which we'll have to wait and see. Because a random alternate art like Sanji... Oh, that's weird. Oh, that is weird. That the 2 rares in the pack were Sanji and alternate art Sanji. That is a little bit strange. Might be a bad sign, honestly. Might be a bad sign. Because we do not want one of those 2-hit boxes. We want one of the big hits. Like I say, the Gorosei God Pack or one of your mangas or something along those lines. Or at least, if we're going to get random alternate arts, at least give me the alternate art of the Goldie Roger with the phenomenal Akira Igawa artwork. Although, to be fair, even that one, it's going to be so easy to pick up kind of on the secondary market. I'm not even that worried. We got Crocus, we got Divine Departure, and Saint Topman Warcury. You know, even like alternate arts of some of the 5 Elders from the Imu deck, for instance, would be very cool things to be picking up here. Because people are going to really want the alternate arts. Like, obviously, people are going to want the God Pack ones. But as I told you the other day, the God Pack ones over in Japan, they're like 18,000 yen. It's like 9 quid. I don't know, like $6-7, something like that. They are not that expensive. Over here, the early sales are like $1,000, which seems absurd. We got S Snake and we got Boa Hancock. I do like when we get things like, if your leader's Boa Hancock, draw 2 cards. You know, it's just, look, hey, remember that Boa Hancock deck from OP-07? Well, now it's OP-13. Have a random card that helps it out. And yes, I know OP-14 does have a blue-yellow Boa Hancock, so it's going to be useful for that as well. But I just really kind of love when we get these like this. You know, Vegapunk there. Although, to be honest, that seems more for a like a Yamato deck because of the whole Given Don thing. St. Jalmac, Porcus de Rouge, St. Charlos, we got Makino, we got Kozuki Hiyori, and Vista. So we're almost halfway through. We've had an alternate art, and we've hit, how many we got? We got 3 packs before we're halfway, and we currently hit 1 super rare. Now, we know, like, the One Piece packs, they tend to be pretty much like clockwork, that you do get, you know, 7 super rares. So I'm not worried. They'll come out later. It's just a bit weird that they're taking their time. Also worth noting, of course, that with all the leaders in this set being very playable, it means that you're kind of your alternate art leaders, your full art leaders, or however you want to phrase it, they become very nice pulls. St. Ethan Baron Van Nusdro, yeah, like that. That's one of the ones I was talking about. St. Topman Warcury. Of course, it is by the Jujutsu Kaisen artist. So we've got a lovely alternate art there. So far we've hit only 1 super rare. And the Sanji alternate art is lovely, but it's not one of the big ones. But St. Topman Warcury? Yeah. I mean, look. I feel like I'm going to be able to trade that to an Imu player. In fact, I might know an Imu player, hey Ben, who might even want to trade for that, honestly. Probably, I'll have to look at values and all of that, but I'm kind of thinking old Art Goldie Roger. Maybe we do that. I don't know if he's got the old Art Goldie Roger, but maybe he trades for that. And I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay. Then there might be a super rare at the end of this pack. There's your Momonosuke. There's Tom. The world's equilibrium cannot be maintained forever. There's an Edison and a Robin. There's another St. Charlia. Gum Gum Dawn Stamp. And there we go with the Shanks. Yeah, phenomenal card. On play, set all of your non-active. Then you cannot play cards from your hand during this turn. But of course, what you can do is essentially attach Don to your characters or your leader to bump them up nicely. Or just kind of leave a bunch open for the Luffy leader, maybe? Although you only want to leave 5 open for the Luffy leader for fairly obvious reasons. Or you leave them open for events or whatever. It is very, very, very nice. So there's your York. You got Frankie and Porcus de Rouge. Some of these cards are sticking together more than normal. Wapol for some reason. There's your Ace Leader. There's another Sanji. And St. Shepherd Jupiter. Okay, so we're halfway through the box. We've only hit 2 super rares. But we have somehow hit both of our alternate art Don and 2 alternate art cards. Is there anything waiting for us in the other half of this box? Hitting one of the Celestial Dragons is very good. I like that. Because oh, there's Imu. There we go. Because people are going to want it for the Imu deck. So they're going to be trade bait. Like right now, especially, I can't tell you what's going to happen when OP-14 comes out. OP-14 ain't out yet. But certainly, while we're in the OP-13 meta, people are going to want the alternate arts. And like I said, you know, obviously they're going to want the God Pack more. But I'm not sure how realistic it is to get God Packs of them, to be honest with you. There's Curly the Dam. We got the Empty Throne. Looks like we got a leader coming in this pack. We got Shaka. There's your Imazuna. Another St. Charlotte. It is the Porcus, the Ace Leader. And then we got Atama and Scopogaban as our rares. Cool. Alrighty then. Let's get these out of here, shall we? Make a bit of space in there for the bulk. Nice. By the way, Basai, who's done the artwork on that Shanks, Basai does a lot of One Piece artwork. They're not, you know, I don't like him as much as I like Akira Egawa, but Basai does a lot of One Piece art, and they crush it. Very distinctive style as well. They did, for instance, both of the alternate art with Sabo and Ace Secret Rares. There's a Bonnie Leader, we got Mungi the Garp, and Roanoa Zorro. Okay, so apparently this half of the box, we're just starting off with leaders. We've had, I think, 3 packs and 3 leader packs. And leader packs, you know, you often see coming with the, or sometimes at least, coming with the alternate art Don. But we've hit our 2 alternate art Dom. We do need to still hit 5 super rares, so I hope they start coming out soon. But then again, maybe, you know, maybe we hit like 4 alternate arts and I stop complaining. Putting that out there. Depends on the alternate art, I suppose. Okay, we've got Gum Gum Dawn Stamp, and we've got the 1 cost Shanks. Okay. Yeah, we've still got a bunch of packs left. We've got 2 alternate arts hit. And we've got 2 super rares hit. Looks like there might be one coming out of this pack. I think I saw a little bit of a tease. Or maybe it's not a super rare. Maybe it's a manga rare. Unlikely. It'd be cool though, wouldn't it? I mean, I was talking about this the other day. There's an Izzo. And our rares are St. J. Garcia. Oh, there we go. It is a Stussy here. That's your super rare. Nice. Works with Egghead. And we started deck 29 being Egghead, I'm just saying. I think Yellow Egghead is about to get way better. But, where was I going with this? Oh, I've lost it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure I was going to make an excellent, very important point. But I'll have to try and remember it later. Okay, there's your Go-Go. We've got Hera, Windmill Village. We've got Gordon. We've got Tom, Gum Gum Gatling Gun, There's your Porcus D Rouge. Feels like we hit 100 of those so far. We got Edison, Gum Gum Elephant Gun, and hey, now the super rares are coming out thick and fast. We got a Yamato there. Awesome. I like that. I do have an affinity with Egghead. And I showed you my, and I've only actually got one of them so far, which is a little bit silly. I don't believe they've released this in English yet. But that is, as far as I'm concerned, that is the optimal Don. Like, in my head, that is the best Don card that has been released since One Piece started. So I'm going to be picking up another 9 of those. And then, until they release a better Don, or I can somehow get like a playset of Gold Don, and I don't think that's terribly likely, that is going to be my Don that I rock with, honestly. That's right, I was saying I've hit more than my share of manga so far. Because I hit the manga from OP-03, and then I hit the manga Luffy from OP-09, and now it was actually on Whatnot, so I didn't get to keep it, but I did open a box of OP-02 and hit an Ace manga, which I then sent to somebody because it was on Whatnot and it wasn't mine. So that was cool. So yeah, basically I've done very, very well on manga rares. Like, I generally do 1 or 2 boxes a set and then go to singles. So for the amount of boxes I've opened, whereas like the lovely Taj TCG, lovely dude, big fan of Taj, opened like 200 boxes, did hit a red manga from this set, which I'm delighted about because, oh, Silver's Rayleigh. Because Taj had opened, like I say, 200 boxes, never hit a manga rare before. Frankly, he was well overdue. So it was nice to see Taj finally hitting a manga rare. Right, we got 4 packs left, and apparently 2 of them have got super rares in. I'm a little worried that I've hit one of those 2-hit boxes. Now, I will say they're 2 alternate arts, and one of them is one of the core Imu pieces, so at least we've got that. And I've had a lot of very, very good boxes. You know, EBO2, I hit the alternate art of Nami, and, you know, I've had a lot of good boxes lately. I can't complain, but I might complain a little bit, because it's not a bad box. You know, the 2 alternate arts, and one of them is Walkyrie. But I think at this stage, it's not a good box. Now, there are 3 packs left and 2 have super rares. So, well, they should at least. So maybe there's like 1 more surprise waiting. Maybe these last 3 packs are like 2 super rares and 1 other. And it's not a super... Wow. No, it's not a super disappointing box. It's still cool. We've got Edward Newgate. Big, powerful Newgate. Fits very nicely into that new Ace deck. So 2 packs. We should have 1 super rare. And then 1 wild card. I am hoping for something incredibly cool coming out here because, well, OP-13's got a lot of really cool stuff in. But if nothing else, you know, you got the core of multiple really good decks in OP-13. And, you know, we still hit a couple of nice alt arts. Looks like there is a super rare in here. It is Jewelry Bonnie, which is, you know, nice and important when it comes to the whole Jewelry Bonnie decks. No Newgate, but... okay. So yeah, so that is our 7 alternate arts. 7 super rares. We've hit 2 alt arts, Walkyrie and Sanji. Is there anything else coming? Or did we hit a box with 2 alternate arts? This is going to be the decider. Our last chance to pull something good and turn this from an okay box into a very, very nice box. We've got Morgans and Boa Marigold. Okay. Monkey the Dragon, and... it's a Shanks. Okay. So, all in all, fine. I don't think we can call it good, but I think it's fine. It's an alright box. You know, one of the things I love about opening One Piece, I mean, partly because I love One Piece, but also, like, even in an underwhelming box, you're still hitting 7 super rares. And you're hitting 2 of your alternate art Don. And like I say, 2 alternate arts here. The 2-hit box, that's what everybody dreads, generally speaking. I'm alright with it. Again, having one of the Imu pieces, I think, saves it. The Sanji is fine. Yeah. To be fair, there's a lot of potential there with making your Don active. Right. There we go. Oh, and then we had those as well from our pack. Not the world's greatest box, but there's stuff to like in here. And look, it's OP-13. When I open a box of One Piece, what I really want to do is I want to hit one of every card up to and including Secret Rare. So from here, I'll go and buy like maybe, I'll have to double check how many rares I need. But then like 3 Super Rares and 3 Secret Rares and that's it. I'm done. That's what I love about opening One Piece. Right, there we go. You know the deal. Comment, like, subscribe. All that good stuff. Did your box beat mine? Let me know in the comment section. Get nuts! Be nice! And then the usual deal. Comment, like, subscribe. All that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Bye. No, Wassy Plays. That's the actual channel this one up on. There we go. Bye.